All right, y'all. Qam Yasharahla. First and foremost, I had to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Akim. Out there expressing the truth in love and sincerity and in charity with all humility. Okay, this is the brother Yashawan from the GMS Farmers Camp. Okay, back again with another Monday Night Live. All right, so you see in the title. Okay, what is Esau, the so-called white man without money and guns? All right, what is Esau Edom, the so-called white man without money and guns? Okay, so first off, all right, who is Esau? Okay, Esau, all right, was and is the eldest son of Isaac and Rebekah. Okay, and the twin brother of Jacob. All right, he is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the devil, the Bible speaks of. Okay, he has always had a problem with Jacob. Okay, as he had sworn to kill him. Okay, before we get into the guns and riches, okay, we're gonna give you a little bit about Esau. All right, Esau Edom is the devil the Bible speaks of. He is the so-called white man. All right, this is Genesis 27 and 41 to 42 because he sworn to kill Jacob, his twin brother. Okay, and who is Jacob? Israel. Okay, this is Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob, but Jacob is also the representation of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right. Now, that this has happened from then, and it's still happening now. Okay. He sworn to kill us off. Okay, and he wanted to do it not just him one, but he wanted to gather all the nations that would take confederacy against the hidden ones, the nation of Israel. Okay, so he sworn that he will kill us off. Okay, but we know that we are multiplying, and the Lord said that we will be what? As the sand of the seashore, even of the dust of the earth. So we everywhere, and we look like everybody, or everybody look like us, I would say. All right, well, we look like them. All right, and some of them look like us. Okay, verse 42 say, and these words of Esau, her eldest son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau has touching thee, doeth comfort himself, proposing to kill thee. You see? So he swore to kill us, the Israelites. Okay? You don't believe me? You have multiple and multiple accounts inside this Bible showing you that he against us. And just fast forward to the day, just look around and you will see. All right? Look who was servicing who. Look who's being a servant to who. Look who's dwelling in skyscrapers. And look who's working for those who dwell in skyscrapers. All right? This is Psalm 83. Keep thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a turmoil, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy hidden people, the Israelites, and consulted against thy hidden ones, the Israelites. You see, so every other nation under heaven is our enemies. with the chief enemy being Esau, Edom. Okay, for his 4 say, they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Now, guess who is in the name of voice? The tabernacle of Edom. We can stop right there. The tabernacle of Edom, speaking of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He is our greatest enemy. Okay, let's go to the book of Amos, all right, chapter 1. All right, and go to Amos 1 and 11. All right, this is Amos 1 and 11. Thus said Yahweh, for 3 transgression of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. You see? So he swore forever that he would kill off or kill Jacob. Okay? All right? They say for thy violence, okay? How we created violence, right? Using guns and sword and money. Okay? Because look at it today. Okay, somebody who have a whole heap of money. If they want to put somebody to death, they could hire a sniper. They could put out a hit. And in order to do that, you need money. Okay? All right? Remember now, Amos 1:11. Okay? Because he did pursue his brother, okay, with the sword. Okay? All right? Aren't we not seeing this? Aren't we not seeing this? Okay? We seeing this right now, today. Let's look at America. Look at Babylon. That's where everything going down. Okay? But a desolation is coming to these devils. Destruction is coming to them. Pure desolation. All right? This is Joel chapter 3 and 19. Okay, actually 19 to 21. They say, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolated wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Judah, okay, that Judah just is basically, all right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, okay, possibly just Judah, but it's Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Speaking about the Israelites as a whole, anyhow. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. You see that that's the whole nation. Judah represent Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and Jerusalem represent the other rest of tribes. Okay? For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for Yahweh dwelleth in Zion, dwelleth in the midst of Israel. Starting off with his elect. Okay? Let's get Ezekiel 35. All right. Ezekiel 35. I can take it at the top, straight on down to verse 10. They say, moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. Mount Seir being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay. And prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus said Yahweh power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Going back to Joel chapter 3. make them most desolate. Okay. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Okay, when you go to Isaiah chapter 13, how we talk about Babylon will be destroyed, will be a waste. Okay, only doleful creatures will inhabit that place. All right. For 5, Ezekiel 35 and 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. You see that? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Okay, so he had the blessing of the sword and the writ and the fatness of the earth. So what is he without those? He's nothing. Okay, he's nothing. All right, can't kill a fly. Okay, even with and I could show you this, right? Even when I do working around these devils, okay? They in the army force, uniform and all that, okay? But you see them, man, and you flicking stepping, okay? Let's say with one or two of us, brown skin, stepping to them. They get a flicking gun on them and they're still scared. All right. So what is he without that? You say he's in? 46. Ezekiel 35 and 6. Therefore, as I live, said Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Said thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You see that? So, hey, blood is coming back to you. Okay? Death is coming to you. Desolation. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth. So the Lord is gonna devour Esau, Edom. Going back to Obadiah 1 and 18. Okay? And I will, verse 8, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men in thy hills and in thy valleys and in thy rivers they shall fall that are slain with the sword. I will make a perpetual desolation, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. And this is what the Lord is saying. Okay, to these devils, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The Lord is going to kill you. He's going to take you off. He's going to wipe you out. Okay, go to Obadiah 18. Tells you that. Okay, you're going to save your 1,000 years of slavery. Hardcore, double, because the scripture says we water double. Right? So you're going to save hardcore slavery double, and then you will be killed off. Okay? You will be killed off. None of you will be alive. Okay? You top you lift from y'all, go down, from y'all straight on down to the weakest one. Okay? Verse 9 again. Ezekiel 35 and 9. I will make thee a perpetual desolation, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we shall possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Okay, this is what this devil said. Okay, all right, shalom, shalom, malak. Yahweh Shem Yoshai Barakatah. All right, shalom. Okay, so what is this devil without his guns and money? Okay, what is this devil without his guns and money? All right, The water brother, Obadiah 1 and 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said Yahweh power concerning Edom. All right, we have heard a rumor from Yahweh, okay, from Yahweh, and right, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Okay, so the Lord's going to take these devils out. Okay, they may be reigning for a little while, but hey, Esau, Edom is the end of the world, and we are the beginning of it, that follow it. Okay, all right. So because he got money and guns, right? He thinks his reign, all right, is forever. Okay, even now he thinks he shall dwell in our lands over there. All right, he thinks he should dwell in our lands forever. Okay, not knowing that our humiliation is temporary. Okay, but his will be a what? Perpetual. All right, so don't mind them over there in the land of Israel that they claiming to be us. All right, we have multiple videos, okay, coming out proving that these devils in the land of Israel that they are imposters. Okay, even the other nations from around the world saying that the true Israelites left being a colored. All right, so hey, only a matter of time before his age is end, his rulership. Okay, only a matter of time. All right, Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore, thus said Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idomia. Idomia is another word for Esau. Okay, basically Idomia is the land. Okay, which is Esau, Edom. Okay, which have appointed my land into their possession with all the joy of their heart, with despiteful mind to cast it out for prey. Okay, all right. Some translation says just so they could destroy it. All right, mainly the ERV. Okay, and what you think happening right there in that land right now? Okay, they destroying the land. All right, you see in one part of the land they have Tel Aviv, all kind of flicking gayness and shit inside the land. Okay, man with man, woman with woman, idle with all kind of stuff. Okay, all kind. All right. So what they do? They destroying it. Okay. Another says they forced out the people and took their land. The GW version said. Okay. And like I said, that you have other people from other nations say the Israelites left, the true biblical Israelite left being the colored people and returned black. I mean, returned white. Okay. And when you go into these translation, it will give you a better understanding. Okay. Like I said, mainly the GW says, right, they forced out the people and took their land. Okay. Let's go to Psalms, back in Psalms 83. Okay. I brought this out a little earlier. Psalms 83:4. They said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. Okay. God, brother. All right. President Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt, the Jews left black and came back white. That's it. So if they come back white, that's surely that they are oppressed, they are imposters. Okay? That's those Amalekites, them cave dwellers. Okay, they belong in the caves. Okay? And I work around a lot of them cave dwellers. And I can tell you, all of them have the same flicking spirit. Okay, because when they lock up inside their room, they want their room dark right out. Okay, little shade, they don't want no little bit of shade come through that door or even the bottom of the door. They want their room dark right out, like just like a cave, like flicking vampires. Okay, they love flicking blood. So me knowing what time it is and seeing that, surely I know that they are the flicking devil. They are Esau, Edom, the devil the Bible speaks of. Okay, right. This is why our people today are thinking that that these impostors are the true biblical Israelites. Okay, mainly the so-called Christians. They think that those impostors are the biblical Israelites, not knowing that they are impostors, not knowing that they are the fake. Why they will never call themselves Israelites? Why do you think they call themselves Israeli? Why they can't just say Israelites? All right. So these Edomites, these devil knows, okay, what they did and are doing. Okay. All right. I can shoot down the verse 12, Psalms 83 and 12. It says, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the Most High in possession? You see? So going back to Ezekiel 36 and 5 in the GW version, where it say they forced out the people and took their land. You see what Psalms 83 and 12 say? Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the Most High in possession? You see? That's what these devils them did. So what is he without his guns? What is he without his money? Because number one, for you to take down cities, okay, for take down whole nations, you need power. Okay, you need power, and that comes with you having a powerful sword, powerful technology. Okay, and you need money. All right. Now we know that this devil is blessed with the sword. Okay, and he's blessed with the riches, the fatness of the earth. Okay, so this is why he can do these things. All right, but his reign is short. His time is short. His rulership, his age is ending, and he knows it. Go back to Revelation 12 and 12. Okay, it say Psalms 83 and 12, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the Most High in possession. The houses goes back to pastures. Okay, pastures goes back to land, and they have it now. Okay, they in our land right now, but it's only temporary. Okay, it's only temporary, and when we can take back our land and we can purify it, because it's gonna be blown up with fire. Okay, as fire is a purifying agent. Okay, let's get the let me see if I can find it really quick. Obadiah 1 and 13. All right, it say, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. You see? So you can get yours for messing with the Lord's people. You can get yours by Esau. Shalom Malak Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Okay, you can get yours. All right, so these are crackers. Okay, these troglodytes. Okay, they do these things to us unthinking, thinking that the Most High will forget. They will say, oh, the Lord ain't with us. See, as long as they could filter out lies and deceits and cause our people to continue to worship them and feed them pork, shrimp, lobster, ham, and crab, they continue to break the laws that they know that they can keep. Okay, they say that the Lord is not with them, but they forgot that the remnant the Lord have left. Those that in the foreign land should wake up and call, remember themselves and call upon His name. They forget about them. Okay, this is why now we are there on highways and byways all around the four winds, prophesying 100% of the truth, bringing down this devil's queendom. Okay, so the scripture says in Ezekiel 35 and 36 and 5, right? Let me just pull that back again. Ezekiel 36 and 5 says, therefore thus saith Yahweh power, surely is the fire in my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idomia, Esau, Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Okay, where say the Lord was there. Okay, it say 35 again. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and all the Idomia, which appointed my land in their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful mind to cast it out for a prey. Okay, but they forget. All right, the Lord never left His people. Though He cast us off, He never left us. He never left His elect. All right. This is Psalm 48, 1 and 2. It says, great is Yahweh, and greatly to be praised in the city of our power, in the mountain of His holiness. Beautiful for situation. The joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion, on the sides of the north, the city of the great King. All right. The city of the great King. So the Lord now forget His people. So these devils, okay, have gotten our lands by violence, okay, and not as it is today. The land is still polluted, okay, but we, all right, when we get the kingdom, okay, the land will be what? Purified, because the Most High said that He have desired it, so the land had to be purified. Okay, and how that's going to be purified? By fire. So not only Babylon will be on fire, but also that land as well. Okay, this is Psalms 132 and 13 and 14. Say, for Yahweh had chosen Zion. He had desired it for His habitation. You see that? This is my rest forever. Here will I dwell, for I have desired it. So the Lord will always desire the nation of Israel. And furthermore, the sun still rising from the east and setting in the west. Okay? The sun still keeping his orders. The moon still keeping his orders, the ordinance. They ain't went out of whack. All right? So therefore the Lord did not cast off his people. Okay. Now for all of the atrocities this devil has done, okay, what are he without his riches and his sword? Okay, he is nothing. All right, because he has no flavor, no rhythm, no talent, okay, no salt, all right, and a whole slew of other things to go along with it. Okay, notice he has to pay big money to get blood, right? Which still don't have, which he still are not satisfied. All right, okay. So if you don't have a gun, right, do you think he would be proud and puffed up? Because if he have a gun and he have money, he proud and he puffed up. He believe his head bad. He believe he could get away with this and he could get away with that. But if he have no gun and he have no money, how you think you would be? All right. Let's end it with this precept, Isaiah chapter 14. Okay. How do you think the devil would be? It's Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation? Lucifer means like, okay, or like bearer, right? This is why they call themselves Illuminatis, the higher ups, the elites of this, of Esau, Edom, of the world. For thou hast said in thy heart, thy mind, and thy thoughts, I will ascend into heaven. This is why you see they have so much skyscrapers all around the world, and they way up to the top. Okay, us, Jake. Okay, we could barely go flicking 2 stories. We don't want to be way up there. All right, when you go up two, 3 stories, you ready to come back down. Okay, for the most part, most Jake don't like high buildings. All right, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. Okay, I will exalt my thrones above the stars of the Most High. Okay, and that's them too want to set up their satellites in the heaven. They would Elon Musk talking about he want to go to colonize Mars. Okay, they talking about they want to go on the moon and all that. All right, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the eyes of the north. So with him having this money and this gun and his swords, being the most powerful military on earth, but that military is being weakened. Okay, so he's being proud now to say he could do these things. Okay, he could puffed up himself, but that his military is weakening. All right, because all he get on that is bull daggers and trannies, bull daggers, trannies, and gays. Okay, that's all on his military. Okay, all right. Say, verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the side of the pit. So the Most High is going to kill you, boy. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, the Lord's going to kill you. All right, don't be scared to say it. The Lord's going to kill you. Okay? You'll be brought down low. You talking about you want to go to Mars? You talking about you want to go to the moon? You talking about you want to search out the creations? All right? The Lord's going to bring you down. Okay? To the pit. All right? You're teaching our people that hell is under your feet. You'll be burning with fire, with everlasting fire, down there with saying down there with Satan, with a pitchfork, with the devil. All right, which in that ain't no true. Okay, not knowing that hell is a condition, also the grave. All right, why you think we say we right there catching hell? Look around you. Jake catching flicking hell. Jake in hell. What do you think slavery is? Oh, okay. Verse 16, Isaiah 14 and 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the flicking man? Is this the man that made the earth tremble? That he did shake kingdoms? All right, so what are Esau without guns and sword? I mean guns and money. What are him without his riches? What is he? You see how they look? Look at Bill Gates. Look at Elon Musk. Look at them. Geeks and things. All right. Look at the elites. Martial phase creatures. Is this the man that made the earth shake? That made the earth tremble? Is this the weak, feeble, white stinking cracker? Hmm? What is him without his money? All right. Let him be in the state whereas he can't use his money or can't use his guns. You think he can harden up his mouth around you? Oh, okay. He can harden up his mouth around you. He can stay flicking. That simple. All right. That's what he can do. Okay. Yeah, brother. All right. Jacob will prevail. Okay. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 10 and 7. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both do it one commit iniquity. Sin darken sin. All right. Verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings and injuries, and that's a right unrighteous thing that these devils do, which is gotten by deceit. Okay. Lands gotten by, all right, deceiving people. Okay. They planning. Go back to Micah. Go around that round table plan what they can do. Oppress a man and his heritage. Because on righteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right. But surely we got next, according to 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. All right. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that follow it. So back in Isaiah 14 and 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. Narrowly look at you. This the flicking man here what was causing all this trouble? This the flimsy man here was causing all this trouble? And mother is you can imagine how Jacob be carrying on looking at this flicking feeble nigga. Is this the man? Hmm? What is he without his riches? What is he without his guns? What is he without power? Oh, we ain't get nothing. But we have the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. We have the power of our power. Okay? And we ain't afraid to use it. We're using it every time when we can do a video, every time we go on the highways and byways, every time when we pray and cast down flicking curses upon these places, we're using the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? The kingdom is translated from one to another. Okay? All right? Isaiah 14 and 16 again. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth tremble? That did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the houses of the prisoners? So you can look at. All right. So hey, Esau, Edom, we got next. Okay. The Lord is coming. Yahweh Shai is coming. And he ain't coming with no, like we say, baggies and cupcakes. Okay. He's coming with flicking war. He's coming with blood in the eye. and he's going to take you flicking out. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Go straight to the point. For Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the end of the earth, is the end of the world, of the end of this age, the end of this rulership. Okay, because Job 9 and 24 say the earth is given in the hand of the wicked, right? Esau, Edom being the wicked. Malachi 1 and 4, right? For Esau, the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it, that followed Jacob being the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Okay, so we got next, starting with the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, because the Lord cared for his elect, he desired for his elect. Okay, and only the elect of the nation is going to be saved. When you see those thermal nuclear hit off, those arrows being shot from Russia and China and Korea and all of them, they're going to shout over the flicking Babylon. They're going to take 30 minutes to reach there and 30 minutes to blow the place up. That's 1 hour. Okay? So, yeah, man. So, with that, hey, Lord will, this lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Akim. I'm just pushing the truth in love and sincerity and charity with all humility. Okay, shalom and shalom to the Akim on the common board that posts beautiful precepts. All right, shalom. Hey, and the Bible board. Stay strong. We soon out again. Prophecies is right there. It's right there. We can see the finish line. All right, we can see the finish line. We soon out again. So with that, shalom.